What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bored Till Death, the pod that helped cure those boredom blues. This week, we got a good one for you. We're taking a deep dive into She-Hulk and Werewolf by Night, and also discuss where the MCU as we know it is going. Also, we get a little serious around here for once and talk about events from our past that has led us to where we are now. Get ready, because I have no idea where this one's going to go.
All right, and welcome to another Portal Guest podcast. I'm joined by my co-host.
Well, you didn't. You have to finish it.
That was great. I love that.
You have to finish it.
Nah, dude. Nah.
See, Ben's all about the surprise. You put him on the spot, and he's just like,
Yeah, once you look at me, I'm like, nope, back into the shadow.
I probably shouldn't tell you that I'm looking at you this entire time from a black screen. Then.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's getting a little creepy. What's going on, boys? How we doing?
Pretty good. How about y'all?
I'm miserable.
Okay.
You all right over there? You sound like you got something to get off your chest.
I'm sad. No, I'm good, dude. How are y'all? No, I'm.
What's
You're trash.
You're trash, kid.
You try. No, I'm good. Y'all ever go to work or whatever and like, well, I don't know. This is my job. My job's a lot of scheduling and stuff. I'm in construction management. It's all it is.
I'm just gonna be like, my job sucks. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I heard that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's true, but anyways, like, fucking, like, I'm just stressed out my ass on a lot of things. Like, this has to be done by this date. This has to be done by this date. And for like the last 2 weeks, I've been literally sweating out every day going to work, trying to figure out how to get this stuff done. Well, I finally got it all done, got it in place. And I swear to God, at the end of the day, 5 more things came. And now I'm like panicking again for like the next week. And it's just
Sick.
a never ending battle. It's just, don't ever get in construction management, y'all. It's the most stressed fucking job I've ever done. But yeah. Other than that, good times over here, good vibes. It's fall, y'all.
Is there a disconnect button right now?
It's fall, y'all.
It's fall, y'all.
Yeah, fall, y'all. How's the foliage going on over in Asheville and Carolinas?
I don't know how it is in Asheville, but here it's great.
It's bringing out all the crazies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it definitely is doing that. Yeah, that's true.
It's also bringing all the Floridians up. You gotta come see the orange leaves.
I don't even care where they're from at this point. If they're not from Asheville, I immediately red flag them when I see them walk through the door. The amount of the amount of dumbass questions I got this weekend. Like, you would bet nobody's ever been in a restaurant before.
Do y'all sell beer here?
About these chairs. Can I sit in one?
When you walk in and there's a menu and they go, I want something light. Like, you got a light beer, and there's literally American Light Lager, like number 1 on the menu. And I'm like, yeah. I at this point, I don't even bother to educate or like, hey, here's how the menu. I'm like, yep, gotcha. Anything else? Like, those people who like, you know what? No, we're gonna go back to a grind my gears segment. We're gonna open this up, okay? When you people, the listeners,
here we go.
When you walk into a restaurant, or even McDonald's, or even Lowe's, like, take a second and breathe. Take in your surroundings. Observe the area. I mean, anyways, that's
get to the chopper.
All I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna go on a really bad tangent that I don't want to go on. But yeah, you know what? I feel like we as a people need to be more observant. Okay, that's it. Yep, just look. Just
look at it.
Yeah.
Just look at it.
Just look at it.
Well, and it makes me think too, like, not to be like this whole like ageist kind of person, but it's a very generational thing. Anybody my age that walks in, like, we go to the bar or like a restaurant, and everyone's like very like respectable and like
yeah,
thoughtful of how the people working feel. Like the fact that there are people still coming into restaurants and be like, I want avocado. And you're like, sorry, I don't have an avocado. And they're like, this place is shit and you're the worst person and you get 1 star. I'm like, because avocados are not in season, my guy.
You want some
like,
genetically
go to
modified
Walmart.
Dude, you're
avocado?
you're asking for an avocado in the mountains of landlocked part of Western North
And then they
Carolina.
get mad why they got charged $4 for a side avocado.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, that don't even get me started on the inflation problem right now because everything's going up.
been
up,
So, a friggin' a burger, because beef is expensive right now, is like 17, 18 bucks. And it's not in my control.
Yeah.
I pour you a beer and I serve you and I give you a good time. Sucky. And I just felt like that. I'm sorry. That's where that conversation was going. It's like, I lay you down.
Go to the back,
give you a good time. Yeah,
Oh shit! No,
it's like, dang, dude. You would think after COVID, everyone would have a modicum of just respect. Just niceness.
You're asking too much of humanity, Ben.
Way too much.
Oh no, you're talking to the nihilist that I have hope.
I used to have more hope in people, but I like right before COVID is when I stopped giving a fuck. Just worry about my own.
I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think about it all the time. I heard it somewhere. I don't know, but a person can be great. A person is smart. People are idiotic lemmings and just entitled.
Turn of the Frog's gay.
Oh man, Alex Jones, y'all hear about him and how much money he got sued for?
Almost $1 billion,
Almost
right?
$1 billion, and he's live on his show, like begging for money, pretty much. It's fucking hilarious.
Channel 5 did an interview with him, and I've yet to watch it.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
All Gas No Brakes?
Did they really?
Yeah, All Gas No Brakes, or at least there was a little bit. Like I saw a clip of him talking to Alex Jones, and I just maybe it was a teaser of something coming out. But
that one.
Yeah, it
was dude. His channel is unmatched.
Gold, absolute gold,
absolute gold.
I love that. I love that channel. Alex Jones, man. I know for damn sure we don't listen to a word that man says, but goddamn, do we love a fucking segment of his? Like just the frog gay skit that was lived in my head rent free since that came out and everything.
Yeah, I thought about that recently. Actually, it's kind of weird that you brought that up. I guess it's just because he's back in the headlines again. It just happens, but it's understandable why he is no longer on YouTube and hasn't been in a while.
Yeah, he definitely should have been deplatformed.
But every now and then, I'm like, I kind of miss the guy.
I kind of miss it. I miss his lunacy.
I miss it.
Whatever. That's pathetic. Everything he went through. We won't dive into that. But $1 billion. That's crazy. I mean, he ain't gonna pay nothing. He might have $1 million to his name. I heard he filed for bankruptcy, but he gets what he deserves. I came across a tweet too the other day. Y'all know the artist Bad Bunny, right? International pop star.
I know the name, and I go, okay.
Cash Me Outside.
Nope, that's not Bad Bunny.
Wait.
I at least know that much. Bad Baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
No, I said Bad Bunny.
No, but he's saying Bad Bunny.
Oh, I couldn't hear.
Wow. Way to stay in tune with the world.
Screw you guys.
Bad Bunny. He's like an international pop star and shit. He's like on his.
Okay.
He's on his tour right now.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, he was in the new Bullet Train movie, Brad Pitt, and apparently he's going to be he has his own solo Sony Spider-Verse movie coming up, where I forget his damn name, but he's playing a wrestler. Ring a bell, anyone?
Interesting.
Starts with an M.
No.
Go ahead, Ben.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying. Like,
the only reason I'm bringing this up, cool. I saw a tweet the other day. He's got a tour going right now. The highest 1 month gross in history for how much money he brought in for his shows. You want to take a guess how much money he brought in the last month? Well, this is in September.
No, I want you to spoon feed me the answer.
Give it me.
$123 million in 1 month from live events. Now, granted, I bet you his fucking tickets are $150 a ticket, but $123 million in 500,000 tickets he sold. That's insane. That's the new world record.
Jesus.
And apparently, every show you go to, there's not a single room to stand in. It's the crazy light show and shit. It's insane. But
so, who is he supposed to be playing?
I mean, you got to look it up. I want to say he's playing a wrestler. You know, Sony's cranking out all these random ass Spider-Man movies right now.
Yeah, I just saw a thing that.
What do you mean random?
Well, they got Madam Web coming out. Morbius.
It's Morbin time.
Morbin time. El Morito, or whatever. I can't pronounce it. That's who he's playing. It's a wrestler from the Sonyverse or Spider-Man world.
I don't even know who that is. That's sad.
Did you just try to say El Muerto?
That's what he's playing.
Oh, it's this dude. Oh. This is the guy that I was always like. Every time I saw him, I'd be like, "Oh, cool! It's the ripoff."
I was gonna say it's Marvel's Bane.
Yeah. Why do you look so confused right now?
Taylor lived a predominant amount of time in South Florida, and he didn't understand the word muerto.
I didn't. No.
That hurt. Like, I'm processing how you said that. Like muerto, muerto. I'm like,
I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
You mean that Dia de los Muertos?
I'm not good with words. That wasn't my subject. I'll math the shit out of you, but not good. I'm not good with words.
Words, I don't think is a subject.
What if I majored in words? Yeah, no.
Well, apparently,
what a threat that was. I wish I knew how to use that in my everyday life. I will math the shit out of you.
Well, you're not good at math either, so you wouldn't understand.
That's true. Yeah.
Did y'all watch She-Hulk season finale?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should start. Y'all want to start with a little spoiler warning?
Let's spoil it. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning, everyone. Andrew, maybe cut in and tell them when to fast forward.
Hey, guys. For the next several minutes, we're going to be spoiling the shit out of the She-Hulk show.
We're going to math the shit out of it.
If you haven't seen it, one, why are you listening to us before you're watching She-Hulk? And if you are, hey, that's kind of cool. You rank us above that. But also, get your priorities straight and go watch She-Hulk.
Good job.
And continue.
There you go.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job. So, what'd y'all think? That was very unexpected.
I thought, I think the show as a whole, it started out great. The whole middle portion was fun, but it was just kind of like, where is this going?
I was very happy they were only
it was
30-minute episodes.
Yeah, it was very clear to me that this is a small stakes character story about her struggling to find the balance between what she now has is basically two halves of herself. But you know, when you I liked it. Okay, so the finale, they even addressed that because she was like, yeah. When you think Marvel, they're known for, you know, big spectacles and fights and all this stuff, and it's all high stakes, but these are my stakes, just like trying to be me now after this big thing has happened. And all the other crazy things that happened in that finale, I think made the rest of the show better.
Yeah, I agree. When there was all like when you're in that room and everyone's hulking out basically, and you know, Bruce shows up and stuff, I was like, is it really going to end like this? This is rather shitty. But when she started fourth wall, when it went to the Disney Plus screen, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
What is happening?
That was awesome. But I can't believe how much they actually end up just almost making fun of themselves as a MCU as a whole.
Yeah.
Like they hear the bullshit that we've been complaining about almost. And it just makes me wonder, like, where are they going to accept what they just did and accept what we've been saying for future projects, or what's up? So that was so unexpected.
But I have some stuff to say about that, but what did you think of it, Ben?
Of the finale or the show?
A little bit of both.
Let's do that. Yeah, a little bit of both. Let's just do finale first, then show.
I thought the finale was very well done. It brought me enjoyment. I enjoyed the fourth wall breaking, but it felt like a mad dash to fix the shit show that was the season.
I was about to say, do y'all feel like they went back and fixed all that?
No, I don't. I mean,
I mean is, like, do you think they refilmed all that? Like, they got halfway through the show and realized we need to do something different?
If they did, I don't know why. Like, the amount of planning and production that goes into these things, I don't think they would just change something on the fly.
Yeah, and usually
Excuse me.
when they do have to do shoots like that, I mean, you hear about stuff all the time when they re-enter a studio for reshoots.
Yeah,
and I don't remember hearing anything about that.
I liked, like the part the part of the finale that I liked was when she's talking to Kevin, and she's basically voicing the actual fans' like concerns of like, when's X-Men coming out?
I love
Why
that.
is everything taking so long? Like, why are we sticking to the same routine? And it's like, oh, cool. Like, in theory, and yes, I would like to see more of this style, like the actual comic book-y
just weirdness
kind of shows, where it's just weird. It's just like, hey, here's a 10 episode like plot line. Now, what the show failed to do was actually deliver on a plot, I guess, because the bad guy was internet trolls, which I didn't really appreciate the genericism that happened at the end, where it's just like, oh yeah, we're a bunch of dudes and women are bad, and I'm like, well, is this really that large of an annoying of a voice to y'all that you have to make that a bad guy? It almost shows like a thing of weakness to me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
So it came off as almost juvenile to you that Marvel Studios would address it in that way.
Most of these shows have, and that's my issue with the shows is they don't really seem coherent, and not in the fact that everyone's complaining that, oh, after Endgame they don't know what they're doing. I think they know exactly what they're doing. I think everything's being meticulously planned out, and I'm like, after Werewolf by Night or Werewolf by Midnight or whatever, that was fantastic, and we'll talk on that after. But that kind of setup is something I want to see, like some random hour piece of like, hey, here's a cool introduction. She-Hulk just bounced around and drug in Daredevil for the fun. Oh, let's bring in Daredevil and introduce Scar, who is Hulk's son, if you haven't seen it, and for some reason you're still listening. Like, hey, here's my son. Nothing,
just
like,
randomly.
It's not fun anymore to just be like, hey, look, character that you're not going to see for another 4 years. Like, I'm sorry. Excuse my language. Where the fuck is Shang-Chi? Shang-Chi was one of the coolest movies that has ever come out in the MCU.
Yeah.
And he is nowhere.
Yeah.
I've seen more of the Abomination than Shang-Chi. And I love Abomination.
It's funny that you say that, because I had that exact thought. Well, you know what? It's not even that big of a, like, oh, I thought about that too. That's funny, because I think that constantly in this new age of Marvel.
Yeah.
Where is Shang-Chi, dude? Like,
that whole outro of Shang-Chi, where he got brought in by Bruce and was it Captain Marvel and shit like that. They were
Captain Marvel and Wong.
They were like investigating the rings and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. It's leading to this. Okay.
Yeah.
But in this entire show, Wong is watching friggin' This Is Us.
Friends.
Sopranos.
And so it's just like, and I enjoy that. Like, that side of Wong I enjoy, and I enjoy the brevity. But that shouldn't be the whole, like, bit of the episode. Everything involving the Jennifer Walters issue, I'm trying to think of how to word this without, like, sounding weird. It just didn't feel thought out. They kind of went, hey, here's a new character, and I bet you that fans are going to react like a troll. So let's go ahead and just get ahead of that and make the fans the bad guy.
Right.
And it just felt on the nose, and just like,
it almost feels like you're alienating like half your fans out there too, almost, in a way.
I do agree with you, Ben. Actually, you kind of swayed me a little bit. When I first watched it, I actually really liked that. I don't know, there was part of me that loved the fact that they were trolling trolls. But
same.
It is true though. This is a big movie studio that has all these shows and movies that are interconnected, and you're leading to this big grand next thing. Is that really the way you want to go for introducing a new character, and that being the only big threat in their debut show is just trolls?
Yeah. And I did like the subtle, like the breaking of the fourth wall and the poking fun, like here and there, knowing that, like, hey, is this something you want to see, or you guys really don't?
Yeah.
Like, her talking to the audience and kind of making fun of, like, hey, this is kind of to be expected. Is this really what we want to do? And I liked that. Like, I liked the challenging nature of it, but just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Even the Daredevil episode, it was just like, oh, okay, so Daredevil, I've been waiting this entire season to watch him have a booty call, and then they start kind of making fun of Daredevil, and I'm like, why are you making fun of Daredevil? This makes no sense.
It felt like a weak ass attempt to bring him to the MCU in a way, which I don't understand. Like, no proper introduction. Let's just throw him having a quick fight and some sex scene with the Hulk, She-Hulk and stuff. It's like, okay, cool.
And I understand why they didn't give him a big introduction, because what it seems like is that they're bringing the thought of the Netflix Daredevil back, but not like the history and everything we've come to know.
Right.
Maybe they might be pulling some through points like they did with Mandalorian, how like Mandalorian was bringing over Clone Wars or expanded universe like nuggets. But so I didn't need a full introduction. It just felt, again, kind of forced when they introduced him and like, hey, here's another lawyer. Oh, this is dope. Oh, they're going against each other? Heck yeah. And now you're fighting a frog man, debating on the fact that he's a subtle dude and he's kind of dumb for it, that he takes people out one by one. I'm like, I don't know. It was really pushing that edge for me of, here's people and characters you spent time on, and you're just like throwing shit to the wind and hoping something sticks.
Do y'all think
what it felt like.
This is the same universe as Daredevil as what we saw on Netflix? Or we?
No. Are you listening to my segment?
I mean, it was designed to be. As to whether or not it actually is going to be, it's kind of muddy, because
it's like
honestly,
like a loose variant, a very close variant of that universe.
Yeah, because I know that they want to do their own thing. I know that Daredevil Born Again, his show, is going to be. Kevin Feige said it's not going to be a season 4, it's going to be a season 1. So in that aspect, no, I don't think it is. But at the same time, I mean, the first show, it was designed to be in the MCU. And there's other characters from that show that are pretty much all but officially confirmed to be in it.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Foggy, it's like 98% certain that he's going to be also playing Foggy in this. And there's other characters that I want to say, who was it? Of course, my mind's blanking, but there's 1 or 2 other characters from that show that are also officially confirmed. And I can't remember.
I'm going to stop listening to you on officially confirmed internet stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not Karen Page, because she tweeted something out.
No, it's not Karen Page.
She hasn't been invited back yet.
They're going to bring back like 4 of his lovers, and it's going to be just a drama of who he's had sex with.
I saw something go by, and I saw Foggy, Elektra,
that was it.
It's been a minute since I've watched season 2. Didn't Elektra die?
I can't. She dies in Redacted.
So, God, you.
I actually couldn't hear him. I couldn't hear him, Ben. I'm
literally. I was going. Well, it doesn't matter if you can't hear him; the listener can, because Emily and I are rewatching the series because she's never seen it.
Sorry.
I could just edit that out.
Slut.
I could just put the. Hey, hold on.
No,
Wait. Redacted.
See, now I just want to see you leave that entire bit.
When Spider-Man showed up into season 2 of Daredevil, that was fucking crazy. It wasn't even Tom Holland. They didn't even show who it was.
Wait, what?
What show are you watching?
Oh, damn it. Why didn't I react? Oh, I should have gone right along with it. I was like, wait, what?
I literally just watched it last night.
I'm giving fake stuff for Emily. Okay, I'm sorry.
No. I don't know. It's going to be the same characters, the same thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think they're going to veer too far away. But I'm also kind of concerned with the way that he was in She-Hulk, because if you notice his mannerisms and his behavior, he's way more positive and like lighthearted.
Mm-hmm.
He's not that intrusive, secluded, kind of dude that he was. So I think
I feel like they could fix that though. Because I see what you're saying.
I don't think the MCU is willing to do that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah, but they did do it with Moon Knight though.
Yeah.
Moon Knight wasn't quippy. Like his alter ego was kind of funny, but only in a way that he was pathetic. He wasn't jokey. He was just freaking a loser.
That's true.
Yeah,
I kind of forget
same.
about that show sometimes.
And I feel like they really could do that though with his show. Like
WandaVision, half the show she's going through like the darkest moment of her life, basically.
yeah, that wasn't a very funny
but
show.
It's played off like ha ha, like it's the portrayal.
I guess you don't really. I guess you don't truly see her
was
emotion
lighthearted.
until Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. But I guess her.
I'm just go back and watch season 2 of Daredevil, and you tell me anything MCU is doing right now is that dark.
Oh no! I guarantee you they won't go that far.
Freaking
I know they won't go that
Punisher shivving people.
Yeah, no.
Well, oh yeah, Punisher's coming back too. So that's where I'm, or at least that's what's been said.
Yeah, there's a lot of things floating around about that.
Frank?
But my thing is, he was a little quippy in this. He was a little like smiling too much and playing too nice. But he literally could just be like that for
I really
this
like
show.
my Daredevil smiling when he's beating the shit out of people.
Yeah. And his show, it's Born Again, which by the way is a perfect title with the whole Catholic superhero thing. I think they could easily make his life hell. I mean, he's having like 16 episodes or something like that for his show. It's like something crazy like that. So they could do something pretty dark. I feel like they're never going to go Netflix show dark. That's
actually what has me a little bit more concerned. Is how they're going to handle Punisher and Daredevil.
Yeah.
That's after this show. That was the thing that got me thinking after She-Hulk is one, everything kind of just shouted to me, this is a test run for Daredevil, or not Daredevil, Deadpool.
In a way, I can see that.
With the fourth wall breaking and with the quipping, like the fact that she goes into the writer's room, I thought that was great. Like actual breaking out of the fourth wall in the show, not just talking to the people. I thought that was wonderful. So I was like, okay, this is either a Deadpool try, let's see what we can do with it. But then with the introduction of all these new characters, and especially with Werewolf by Night, or
you had it right.
Midnight
Night.
I don't remember the name of it. That is actually what I'm more excited about. I really could care two shits less about any more Avengers stuff. I know Avengers continues on in the MCU and stuff. I want to see Midnight Suns. I want to see like the vampires and the werewolves and the monsters and the wild stuff. And that Blade has already been confirmed. You heard his voice at the end of what's that movie? Eternals. You got Bloodstone, who was introduced at Werewolf, and it's just like, I want to see this, and that's where I'm thinking maybe Daredevil might play more into. Because I don't see. I'm trying to think of what the big next thing is.
I was thinking about that too, actually, at the end of because I watched that today, and I was like, man, these characters would be perfect for Midnight Suns or some of the darker stuff. I mean, if they don't align with Blade in some way or another, or Black Knight, there's an issue. I don't know, but
yeah.
Oh man, that was so good. I was not expecting
Werewolf by Night's the best thing on Disney Plus by the MCU yet. That Jay and I watched that last Friday night, and we almost watched it again right after. It was superb, and it was so good. How gory, violent it was too. So surprised over that, with the arrows going through like freaking cheeks and stuff like that, and Man-Thing just shredding people, disintegrating people. And
oh, dude, Man-Thing. I need more Man-Thing. I need more Ted. He was awesome.
No, Ted was. Yeah, they
Jesus.
They got their humor in with him a little bit at times and stuff, which was just the perfect amount for the show. But overall, that I loved every minute of that show.
Yeah, and the humor wasn't in your face. It was
side humor.
It was crafted.
It was just the fact that he's this big horrifying monster, and then he's responding to normal social cues like a normal person. And and his name is freaking Ted.
That whole the werewolf scene where he's fighting in that hallway where the door's closing and it's a slow zoom in. Mm-hmm. I was like, my head was like turning slowly, like just mesmerized at what I was watching. That whole scene, it felt like a one shot scene from like Daredevil, like in the hallway, just like going at it. That was one of the best scenes I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
I love that.
Which, by the way, I know I'm going backwards, but you just said Daredevil and Hallway. That's one thing I was very mad about.
They weren't going to give that to us.
The Daredevil
they were not
episode.
going to give that to us.
They set up a damn hallway scene, classic Daredevil hallway scene, and then she drops out of nowhere on all these goons, and then delivers the most cringe line I've heard in Marvel in forever. She-Hulk smash? Are you kidding me?
I 100% knew that was going to happen, and they knew they were going to piss people off just like us for that.
Yep.
100%.
Yep. They got me. They got me. I did, however, I just got to say this too, because I didn't say it before. I did think that the Kevin bit was brilliant. The fact that they made made Kevin into just an AI. Kevin Feige is just a robot.
Which is hilarious. I'm going to jump to a different topic real quick. Do any of y'all watch Atlanta? The show Atlanta?
I want to. I haven't, though.
It's been a minute.
So
it's been a minute. I haven't seen the new episode.
It's so funny that these episodes happened within a week. Last week's episode of Atlanta, it's the final season. And Atlanta is one of those shows where there's just like no story. Like you just watch episodes. Mm-hmm. They did a spoof on Tyler Perry's studio in Georgia and how they just like crank out movies left and right. Well, at the end, it had a very Kevin like scene where she breaks into this building and it's like security out the ass. And she gets in there and just this guy on a piano, like with paper everywhere and looking just like it. It was like the same exact scene. It was so weird. He was controlling everything from a database right there. But I just thought it was funny how they both did that back to back. I didn't know if y'all watched that. I love that show. I'm so sad it's going to be ending soon. But yeah, Werewolf by Night. That great content right there. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I kind of wish we got more specials like that. 1 hour. Yeah. This is the story, you know. I know they're doing the seasons to, you know, keep people on Disney Plus. You know, if you release everything one time every 3 months, what's to hold people on to Disney Plus like that? But these specials, they're basically just a short movie. I think Guardians of the Galaxy they have one for Christmas this year on that one, so we'll see how that one goes. The Christmas special, they're calling it.
Yeah, it's actually kind of perfect format wise because. I mean, you watch the big movies, you watch the shows, and it feels like more like you're reading a comic book run, like you're reading a full run of something, like it's a bigger story. Yeah. But these little specials, like Werewolf by Night, it felt like you were just reading a little special issue of something and then just putting it down and walking away.
Yeah.
It felt very comic-y in that aspect to where the format, it fit comic book stuff so well. It's just... These guys go to a place, they do a thing, and some people don't make it out. That's it.
I'd be more excited to see stuff like that. Almost more specials, less shows.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like one special a quarter. I don't know if that's asking a lot, but with the amount of shows they were pumping out, I mean, shoot, we've had like 6 or 7
like
now.
Yeah, about a year
more
and a half.
Than that. Yeah, pretty sure.
It's almost been a year since Hawkeye came out, and it's just like, where have we gone with any of this? Just do a couple shows here and there, maybe like one show a quarter, one special a quarter,
and
then do your movies.
Yeah, I agree.
Every 6 months,
and I get why they did it with some stuff. Like I get, like WandaVision, they didn't want to do a full blown blockbuster big screen thing. They just wanted to follow up with 2 characters and see what happened with her after Endgame. Same thing with Hawkeye.
We were hyped as fuck for WandaVision when it came out, and Loki.
Yeah, and it's still one of my favorite ones that they've put out.
I still love it.
But like they were the first couple shows, so we were like, this was new to us. Like we didn't know what to come. And it's almost felt like those were both great, and they just gradually we're getting tired of it almost
because it all felt it all felt coherent because it was all coming off of Endgame, and Loki was like, oh, he's still alive and he's gonna start this new cool thing with Kang the Conqueror, and that you haven't really seen much payoff from. And then you had WandaVision, which again kind of comes right off of Endgame and before COVID cuts and stuff. It was supposed to be pretty much a straight tie into Multiverse of Madness. That was when I was reading, like that's the whole setup for that movie. And then Multiverse of Madness came out, and then boom, you're done. Like with that, everything else that's come out, it's all setting up for. There's no payoff in sight. It's just a lot of setup. Shang-Chi, for example, nothing came from that. Miss Marvel, yeah, you're setting up the Marvels, which I don't know if anybody asked for. And they name drop X-Men, which is, I'm sorry, everyone is at, like, I could give two shits about anything coming out until I hear about X-Men, and that, again, it's a biased opinion.
Why do we gotta wait?
X-Men.
Just give us X-Men. Come on, you have the rights to it.
So, and that's where your comment earlier about how maybe they went back and changed the editing or the story halfway through the season to fit with the internet trolls. I don't think is happening, because they've had the rights to X-Men for how many years now, and all you've seen so far is Xavier get his head snapped and Mr. Fantastic be turned into spaghetti.
Miss Marvel hinted at being a mutant, they called her, I guess. Which
yeah, and supposedly in the next Black Panther movie, Namor is confirmed to be an actual mutant.
Yeah, I did read that.
Your internet sources are coming at us again, aren't they, Andrew?
No. Namor is a mutant, and he's also was it Mayan instead of Atlantean?
Yes.
That's only, I think it's less than a month away, like the 11th of next month. So
I'm very excited for that.
We'll save that for another time.
Yeah, it got me actually thinking about exactly what you've been talking about. Last night I was cooking. Landon wanted to watch Spider-Man because he loves Spider-Man, but he watches this goofy little kid Spider-Man show. And Aaron was like, "No, I'm sick of that." She's like, "We're gonna look for some real live action Spider-Man," and then she realized that there's no Spider-Man movies on Disney Plus. So she put on Infinity War. She's like, "This is close enough. There's Spider-Man in it," and he actually watched big parts of it. But what?
You're looking for a Spider-Man cartoon, and you did not put on the classic 90s,
which is on
Disney Plus.
Spider-Man.
I don't think it would hold his attention. He's 2 years old.
It held my attention when I was I don't know if I was 2.
Yeah, he's 2.
It's a freaking cartoon, dude. There's freaking bats and there's spiders. Yeah. Freaking, that's the Morbius I want to see.
But the whole freaking bats. But no, I was sitting there like in the kitchen watching from there while I was doing stuff. I'm like, damn, nothing has been like this. Like, man, this is just peak right here. And then I'm thinking about the shows that we're watching every week. I'm like, just does not hit the same. And I know there's a lot of build up and there's like reasons why that movie hit so hard. But even graphics wise, story wise, like as far as how they pace stuff, everything about it is just, I know I'm asking a lot for it to be as good as that again.
I don't even need it to be as good as that. Because when it came out, I hated Endgame. I did not like that movie. It took me a few times to watch it to kind of actually get back into it. But if we're talking about what the big payoff is, I don't know. Everyone's saying Kang the Conqueror. I'm waiting for Galactus.
Same.
I feel like Galactus is going to be coming back because Scar got introduced. Sorry, I'm just gonna do a Marvel tease and say with Scar coming back and plot maybe the Silver Surfer and Galactus. I don't know. Anyways,
here's Wonderwall.
Anyways,
well, we just marveled on for 35 minutes. That was
So, anyways, She-Hulk was aight.
I loved how your lovely wife texted Andrew and I while we were recording last week's episode when you went on a MCU overrated, and she texts Andrew and I like, Ben loves the MCU. What is he even talking about?
He enjoys this stuff.
And as I said, I do it. It's not that it's bad; it's just overrated.
Yeah.
And it's when it's overrated, it requests my critiques.
Yeah, nothing is safe from being critiqued. Okay, you know what? I got to rant for a second. I'm sorry.
Oh shit! Here we go.
No, every piece of media is fair game for critiquing. If there's a reason for something to be critiqued, it should be critiqued. How is anything ever going to get better if it's not critiqued? But the internet recently has made it a living nightmare to be a geek. I hate being a geek because going on Facebook is like getting cancer now. You go on there and it's nothing but stupid neckbeards complaining about literally everything. Everything. I mean, you can't follow anything that posts anything about Rings of Power because you get a bunch of idiots talking about skin color and stuff.
Who needs to argue about skin color when you just have a terrible plot?
I was about to ask.
Is that so?
Ooh.
I was about to say,
Ooh.
is that your stance on this now, Ben? I'm not caught up, so.
To your point, I'm not going to derail. To your point, yes, I've actually debated like just deleting everything except for Discord and maybe Instagram.
Literally everything.
It's a nightmare right now.
It's ridiculous. Nobody has anything better to do but sit at their computer in the basement with Doritos dust all over their sweater and complain about women and people of color and bad plot and whatever, as if any of them could write any better shit a day in their life. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because you like comic books does not make you a freaking master writer for the big screen. Just shut up, dude. Well, shut up.
Darn.
It's what happened with the with like, you know, the church moms with nothing better to do, and they're on Facebook and like yelling at everybody about how their chicken salad was terrible this morning, and I feel like the nerds caught wind of like, wait, this is the nerds got hold of that and were like, wait, this is a platform where I can just say what Facebook is
I don't even know why I'm on Facebook.
Wait, this is going to be such a boomer thing to say, but nobody can talk shit to anybody in person anymore. People need to get out and start saying this shit to people and get decked in the face.
Take your nuts, throw them over your shoulders,
get to work
done.
All of these neckbeards need to get their asses kicked. Just, oh my God, dude.
Andrew, do you want to call someone out?
No, the other day I didn't even engage in any of that stuff on Facebook. I'm so over it that it's a waste of time and energy. But people have been complaining nonstop about the design for Namor in Black Panther, the next movie, saying he looks like ass and everything, when all they literally added was jewelry. Like,
he's still wearing them green whitey tights.
And I posted a picture.
Spandex.
Yeah, I posted a picture in someone's comment about it with the classic look from the comic books when he originally debuted, though, with that scaly green Speedo. I'm like, you telling me that this look for him is better than the MCU look? The one that looks like he's coming from a thriving culture. The one that looks like he belongs. In
My man's got plugs and a septum piercing.
Dude.
They're just mad that they think they're being forced to be into someone else's culture. That's all it is. They think it's
it's just like there was comments when Black Panther came out saying the movie was too black. Hello. What do you? Come on, man. Do you have any idea what you're watching? Have you ever read a comic book? I don't know. It's frustrating, but anyways.
My to follow up that comment from before.
Okay,
the plot issue. Yeah. Lord of the Rings, or Rings of Power. I almost fell asleep last episode.
Did you?
Just I have not written it off yet, but the interest and the will to keep going is
less than when it started.
I've realized that when it started, I was hyped on the fact that it's more Tolkien content.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of not, but it kind of is. And then just where they're going with it, it hurts. And I just kind of want to go back and watch the trilogy again.
So you should just watch the sequel movies. I hear they're pretty good. No?
There are no.
Glad I got one there.
Oh man. For a second, I was like, "What?"
There's no sequel.
It's a prequel.
I still
since we're on.
Prequel.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm not caught up on it, but I have enjoyed Rings of Power a lot more than I enjoyed the Hobbit trilogy.
You're not
so far. So
not saying much there.
Oh, the Hobbit trilogy can go in the trash.
Yeah.
I love Martin. Not Martin Sheen. What's his name?
Martin. Oh
no,
Martin.
The person who played Bilbo in The Hobbit.
Oh,
Freeman.
I love him as an actor. Martin Freeman. There we go. I love the cast. I love the thought behind it, and I mean the story behind how that got turned to trash is really sad. But no, it's not. I don't think I ever need to rewatch them. I will say Andor has picked up. I like how this episode has just kind of turned into a reviewing of what we're still watching and just ripping the shit out of it.
I've still have only seen the first 2 episodes or first 3 episodes of Andor. I need to catch up.
You definitely need to watch the next 3 because the first 2 for me, the Andor and Rings of Power kind of did a reverse.
Okay.
The first 2 episodes of Andor, I was like, okay, I don't know what they're gonna do with this. And then as it goes, and it's also funny watching how wrong you are with all your supposed leaks and information on these shows. Because I was watching this and I was like, oh, I remember Andrew saying like,
wait, what?
The totally wrong
about
thing
what
with Andor? The timelines.
What about the timelines?
It's not what you said. And I can't spoil anything for you.
Oh, you're saying that it's not 3 episode blocks that represented.
It's not.
That's literally how they marketed it. Marketed it. That's how they
marketed it.
Andrew, just keep coming with your internet stuff.
Well,
we're just going to continually bash you when you're wrong every time.
All right, we're good.
All right, guys. I'll be the one that keeps up to date on the shows. It's fine. I'll talk to the viewers. Nah, Andor's good. You should totally watch the rest of those.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to.
I got a question for you boys. I was talking with Jade the other day. We were just talking life and everything like that. And my question is there a point in your life that shaped you the way you are today? And you look back on it and like, if you did another decision, your life would be a total different, you know what I'm saying?
Like a big decision making, like a turning point.
Yeah, a turning point.
It could have gone another way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting because I'm looking at the face that Ben's making. I'm waiting for him to say his or something.
You ruined the bit. I was just gonna be like, my first marriage.
Oh God, dude, I forget all the time that you've been married twice.
This man has lived more life than both me and Taylor combined.
I don't. Is that your answer? Your one answer?
No, it's if you're asking like about a real answer, yeah. Because I'd still be a little upset, but not upset, but like the demeanor that I used to carry was very lighthearted and carefree and outgoing. I am not that anymore at all, and that kind of shifted at that time.
It took you down a notch.
When I started hanging out with y'all.
Was Boys Trip was like a year within the year of that, right?
No, it was like a year and a half after.
Okay, gotcha.
Or a year after. It might have been the same year.
We are
2015.
15 in November.
No, okay,
November 2015.
Yeah, that's all. That was like our bonding weekend.
I've blocked a lot of that out of my brain. So yeah, it might have been the same year. I don't know.
Because you were very sad. You were very sad.
That trip was almost like a little reprieve for you.
Yeah.
You're like, I get out of
cathartic.
state, I get free clothes. Yes.
Wait, this is what living is? Oh my God.
Oh man.
No, that is my semi-real answer, but also no, we're not gonna go into that. This isn't a therapy session.
I thought that's what we were turning into. I was gonna ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Right. Yeah, go ahead and ask a question.
Now, is what you're thinking like, your multiple decisions, like this way or that way? Are you thinking based on I wish I didn't get married to that person, or
hands down?
Is okay? I didn't know if it was a divorce question. Like, what if I had stayed with that person?
Nope.
Gotcha.
Should not have even committed to that.
Nope. So does that, if you went the other way, no, I'm sorry.
If I went the other way, I would have been able. No. So if I would have chosen to not follow through with that, like I should have.
Yeah.
I would have had the time to go to college and focus on music, or like figuring out who I am at a much earlier age.
Oh, you were playing bass at church and stuff right back then too, weren't you? I mean, I understand
a lot of stuff. Yeah. I was doing that thing. I'm just kidding.
Well, more music than you're doing now, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Play the three chords.
At the same time, it was really nice to go through that. It's a tough thing because I don't really think back a lot and go, oh, I shouldn't have done these things. Maybe vape for the last 8 years. Yeah, probably should have done that. But...
What? Vape God questions his entire history of vaping?
Yeah.
As he ripped a big one before he got on, I was like, what the hell?
Don't worry about it. No, it shapes you into where you are, and I feel like you can get very lost in the what ifs
Sauce.
and the shoulda. Yeah,
Sauce.
you can get very lost in the sauce of life, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
Sometimes you just gotta scoop a bowl of spaghetti and just chow down.
Well, I'm not really kidding. I tried thinking of what to say, and you're like, bowl of spaghetti?
Chow down.
Oh, Jesus.
Bowl of spaghetti. That's a new shirt idea.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yes, I love it. and I asked this question more. It's not so much a line of a decision, like a regretful decision or something. It's just. I mean, my pick, I'll give in a minute, isn't a regret of not doing it. It's just is a big stepping stone in my life at what changed where I am today. So,
No, that's why I don't like saying like, oh yeah, I wish I didn't get married. But at the same time, it was a very big stepping stone because hung out with y'all. I think that was around the time like we all started hanging out.
That's what I'm saying. Boys trip was like,
stuff.
Boys trip was kind of like our friendship come together moment.
It's when I almost got out of Florida and then I got sucked back down into a black pit and stayed there for a little while.
Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando, that good old city.
Orlando.
But when you're kind of, and it sounds weird to say, I love you, Emily. So when you're
That's for later.
when you're at that kind of phase in life that you don't expect to happen until you're like 55, 60, or dead, typically when you're married.
Dead.
It makes you kind of readjust everything that and so it was just like all right, so let's figure out who I am, keep going on, and rebuild those blocks. So it's like it was a huge stepping stone because I kind of figure out what I'm about and what I like and what I don't really want to deal with anymore.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm in a super healthy relationship. So it's like all these things that stem from one bad thing are very positive. And
you got to look at those as learning lessons in a way.
Yeah. For sure.
Every relationship I was in.
It's your origin story.
It is. Andrew, do you got something?
I hate myself. Sorry.
Well then.
No.
Hey, that's my line.
There's a couple things that could fit into that.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I could say part of it was going to college, not just the act of going to college, but what I chose to do. I don't know. I chose graphic design, and in some ways it has come to help me, but in other ways it's kind of like, what the hell was I thinking? There was plenty of other things that also interested me that arguably could have ended up creating more potential for my future.
Okay.
But
you didn't know that back then.
Yeah, and I wasn't, I was young.
It's not act like you haven't worked in graphic design jobs.
Yeah, no, I've actually used my degree, which is a lot more than I know a lot of people can say. I mean, but so I'm thankful in that regard. But yeah, there were plenty of other things that I also was kind of considering that I feel like every now and then I kind of look back, not really with regret, more with just like, I wonder where I would be. Wonder what would have happened if I would have done this or if I would have done that. I may have ended up living in an entire other area. I don't know. I may have been, I don't know.
Montana.
But,
What's that dumb Citizen song? I should have crashed the car.
Yes, off of Youth. It's a banger.
Everything you were saying, all I heard was you just like that song.
It's not a dumb song. I love that song.
Listen, dude, Matt Korecki's can.
Oh, he's a douchebag, but
Yeah, he can eat grass. All right, Andrew, keep going.
Great album still, though.
Anyways, my life.
Huge regrets.
No. But
I should have ended all.
No. I'd say probably another one. I don't know if this is going to sting for Ben or not. Leaving Florida, moving to Oregon. That was a
Yeah, stings just a
Yeah.
little bit still.
Wait. You regret doing that?
No. It was a turning point. It was a turning point.
You think about
It's something that I think about, that sometimes I'm like, man, if I wouldn't have done that, would I still be there? Would I have ended up? Because I always, even right after Aaron and I got married, not too long after, I was already talking about and playing with the idea of leaving Florida. But of course I was talking but I was talking about North Carolina. Yeah, Asheville.
Yeah.
Because that's what I knew, and I already knew it was the exact opposite of everything that I was around in Florida. So would we have gone straight there? Would we have even left at all? Would I still be working at that graphic design job that I got super fat in, and had heart palpitations all the time? I don't know. But the idea of, I don't know, that's one thing that I kind of owe to Tyler, is he lit a fire under our butts to.
I will say that.
I remember we were coming back from Orlando, hanging out with Ben that one time, and I remember it vividly because I was sitting in your back seat and Tyler's sitting in the passenger side, and he's talking about moving back out west. And you're talking about, it would be cool to leave.
I would
Florida.
love to do that.
I would love to do that.
It'd be cool.
Then do it. Then freaking do it.
Seriously.
Like, what is stopping you? Just do it. Just pack up and do it. What are you doing?
And I had just gotten let go from like my really good job too, like at the warehouse, the factory. That was like, that's why I was like, I don't have a job really anymore. I was doing like Ubering or something and stuff, and he was like, "What do you have here? Do it!"
And then, and I just remember staring out the window at the, because it was a clear night and like the stars. It sounds very introspective and tumblery, but I was staring back
Florida.
there. I was staring. I was just sitting back there listening to y'all and listening to him literally yell at you. and I'm like, man, I would love to do something like that. And then you randomly were like, hey, you know what? Like a couple days later, you're like,
I got home that night and literally was like, hey, babe, you want to move to Oregon?
Yeah. And you're like, I think we're gonna go.
Yeah, she wasn't like negative towards it. I was like, oh, she's into
interesting.
It. And that's what started it.
Yeah,
it was like February, and then in June we were living in Oregon. It was wild.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I think we're gonna go. And then I don't think I've ever voiced this before, but I'm just gonna say it now. When you said that, I was like, damn, like my closest friend is leaving Florida.
Oh, buddy.
And I was like, what the hell? And then
I told you that to get you to go.
Yeah. Because Ben was still in Orlando, and he was living all kinds of stuff. He was doing his whole thing, and like we were good friends then, but we didn't talk all the time. And of course, he was in Orlando. He wasn't, not in the same town.
All I remember is around that time is like we would go over you and Aaron's house for like family dinner, me and Jade and stuff, and we put Ben on FaceTime.
Put him on the table. Yes, I do remember that. But yes, making the decision to just be like, you know what, we're young, we have all this crap we don't need. Let's just get the hell out of here and like see what happens. That was an incredibly freeing thing that gave. That just came with a lot of perspective. I got a lot of perspective. It was just that first initial leaving your hometown thing that I feel like everybody needs to do at least once.
Oh, for sure.
You lived your pop punk dream.
Yeah, and it changed everything. It shaped what I wanted to do with my life, like hobby wise and everything like that. Yeah, no regrets there. That was amazing. But and I'm gonna freak off the listeners because you guys got to do one of these in at least one other episode. There's one more thing that I'm not going to mention because I can't.
What are we talking about here,
buddy? You guys both just leaned slowly into the mic in unison with the same exact facial expression on your face.
Did I do that? I thought I ended up saying mine.
You didn't say yours.
I don't even remember what it was, to be honest, but damn. Okay. I'm going to get that out of you. Go ahead, Ben. Get him.
I'm lost. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking
You,
about?
you as in you weren't going to talk about your divorce and me talking about like
the
night I got.
No, I was talking about different episodes. Like,
yeah, no,
Taylor, you had a thing where you're like, oh, I have one Waffle House story that I will never tell.
Oh, yeah.
And then Ben, you had, I can't remember what yours was, Ben, but I remember you doing the same thing. You're like, no, I can't talk about it on here. I can't. And I can't remember it now for the life of me, but.
I was probably talking about like, my restaurant that I work at.
No, it was.
I remember saying like I can't talk about coworkers.
No, it wasn't. I do remember that, but it wasn't it. That wasn't what I was thinking. But anyway, it's my turn, so that I have one more that I can't say. But I'm just gonna say that I can't say it. I'm gonna say that I can't say it just to annoy everyone.
Whatever. Hold up, let me get this out of the way. Where is it? Too late now. I can't find it.
What? Boo!
Play the toilet sound. Play the toilet sound.
It's not even playing. I hate Riverside.
Play the fat riff.
All right.
Play the fat riff.
Of course, it's not playing. So stupid. Well, mine's kind of on the same vein of yours, Andrew. When it comes, it's basically moving. Yeah. Mine, I look back on it often. Is I quit culinary school. I moved to Orlando right out of high school. Kind of followed a girl up there. And I was like, oh, I like cooking. I was in culinary in high school. Let me just go to culinary school. Worst decision in my life. Whatever. After a year, I had a chance of like quitting, or I stay and I finish and I live this life or whatever. I had friends there. I gave up a lot actually to leave, but I just decided to come home, and like I can't imagine if I didn't come home, because the second I got back, like I joined Blood of the Broken.
Yeah.
And then bam, met you. And if I didn't meet you, Andrew, like I have no idea where the hell I've been, as like where I've been doing. Like I was always hanging out at your family's house and stuff. It was just, man, I can't even think about it. Like I would have never met Jade. It's just that butterfly effect. It's so insane.
Yeah, it's crazy how much just the little things compound to create such big change in your life. It's kind of crazy. That's something I've actually been thinking about recently. Just the amount of things that there are readily available to complain about in the everyday life. Those same things, more often than not, are going to lead to something better down the line that you'll look back and be like, okay, that was necessary, kind of thing.
Yeah, I look at some negative things that happen and stuff almost as a learning lesson at times.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, it comes back at you, and then you're like, all right, I'm not going to do it this way this time around.
Yeah, it's kind of like at a point you're like, okay, I don't need any more damn character development. This is enough.
Yeah, right.
I'm good.
I'm trying to slack off over here.
That's enough slices. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like you've been in the last like year and a half, 2 years. I've kind of gotten a little more, I guess you could say nihilist, but recently I've kind of been slightly coming out of that in some areas to be like, you know what? This is all going to lead somewhere good, I feel like. So, yeah.
I thought you were going to bring up Andrew leaving Oregon, because I feel like you kind of regret that a little bit.
That is actually a big thing as well. I don't necessarily regret it.
Regret's a strong word, I think.
Yeah, but I do often think, it's true. I do often think, what would our lives be like? What would it look like? What would my day-to-day be like if I would have not left and still kept pursuing the same things I was pursuing while I was out there? Because I barely even scratched the surface. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all got here, worked at a warehouse for a year, and like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. A little serious talk on the podcast. I love it. Andrew, I can't play the sound, but I think it's time for Andrew's Jam of the Week.
You look like you're gonna add something, Ben. You're gonna add something.
I was gonna add it, but I heard where the notes were going. I was like, nope, it's not the
Ben's music theory kicked in and was like, nope, it doesn't fit.
I feel like we should record, instead of using that one, record all of us going.
That's a good idea, actually.
Who you got this week?
This week, y'all ever
As
heard
he
of?
turns this light on.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up the portal to hell. Are you ready? Nobody can see this.
Wait, do that again?
All right, hold on.
There we go.
Look like old
Love it.
Greg
All
for
right.
a second.
I'm old Greg.
Y'all ever heard of Glass Cloud?
Oh, have I ever?
That band has been broken up for how long?
Yeah, they have. And this is really good album.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to lean into and they're back. I was like, oh my
No,
god.
I wish. I'm sorry to lead you on like that. That hurt me even just hearing that. No, but this album from them is their only full-length studio album. It's called The Royal 1000.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know anything about Glass Cloud, they're a 4-piece progressive metal band from Hampton, Virginia.
Another all-star band almost.
Yeah, they are. Jerry Roush, he's the vocalist, and he was for a while the vocalist of Mice and Men. And if there are any elder emos out there, I'm sure you would know this one. This Sky Eats Airplane. He was the vocalist for them. Yep. Also,
The band was way too far before its time.
Way too far.
Really. Also, Joshua Travis, one of the best metal guitarists alive.
Oh, you want overrated, underrated? Underrated. That man.
I would agree.
Slaps.
Tony
Danza tap dancing. Oh my god.
Yeah, he was in the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza and Monuments, and more recently, he basically saved the band Emmure from sure extinction.
Oh.
I still don't really listen to him a lot because that vocalist, I just can't stand Emmure's vocalist. Oh my god,
can't do it.
But their music is definitely a lot better now. But
that man has saved like 3 bands.
Yeah, he really has. He has a really great playing style, especially in Glass Cloud, and even within Glass Cloud, especially this album, because the whole album is just jam-packed with these crazy melodic soundscapes and these soaring, like, atmospheric guitar leads and stuff that create kind of like an ethereal sound that immediately contrasts with just crushingly heavy breakdowns. He plays like a 9 or 10 string now. It's ridiculous, but he was playing on an 8 string then, and I think they played in like drop F or something ridiculous. So every open strike of his palm muting and everything just sounded like hell coming through.
Fuck a bass player, am I right?
But yeah, no, they're really good, and also at the same time as being melodic, they're also very technical, and lean very hard into the progressive side while also being kind of genty. If you don't know what gent is, it's a type of metal where there's just a lot of, it's almost like calculus. Gent. It's kind of like calculus for metal. It's just really choppy notes and crazy time signatures and everything. But and also something worth mentioning is just their drummer. Their drummer was insane. I don't know much about the drummer for their EP because it's a different guy, but Chad Hasty, I can't remember how you pronounce his last name, but he was a beast on that album as well. You good?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just keep going. I just have that stupid Jet video stuck in my head. Is it?
Oh,
pancake. I just that's been
pick up a pancake. Pick up a pancake. Yeah, but it's very good. Highly recommend. Standout tracks would be White Flag, If He Dies, He Dies, Ivy and Wine, and From May to Now.
I'm not a oh wait, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Nope, you're out of what? No, I just make faces.
I'm not a man that obviously works out often, but what I have, their music is great workout music.
Yeah,
great.
And it's
I'm
not
just letting y'all know out there.
And for people out there that are not as into kind of heavier music, it's not just straight heavy. It's worth mentioning. I think it is really heavy at times, but the vocalists, between the way he sings and the way that Joshua Travis plays his guitar, there's a lot of very melodic moments.
Writings on the wall.
Dude, Ivy and Wine, best song I've ever heard in my formative years.
Absolutely.
I love that song.
Bop, 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 bop.
Oh god.
Great choice this week. Love it.
It's a very good.
Hey, that's a great recommendation.
Hey, Andrew,
Well,
before we get out of here, Andrew, big Blink 182 Big Blink news.
bleep, bleep, boop.
Bleep, 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 bleep. I am so tired, guys.
Yes, Tom DeLonge is coming back. He's rejoined the band for a world tour and a new album.
Oh my goodness!
Now, this is big news. This is big news as a Blink-182 fan, but it's not as big as crazy to me as a lot of other people because I'm one of the people that actually enjoyed their other stuff with the new guy. For the most part, not all of it, but that
What was that noise? I just heard boom and then
I
stop.
don't know.
As a not Blink-182 fan, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
Happy
my
for
eyes,
you, guy.
in my eyes, at a certain point, Tom was going to be back in the band. It was just going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not like he stepped away from music. He came out, made the government say there's aliens out there, and they went back to Blink-182.
Yeah. He's like, my work is done. I'm going back. Yeah. No, I'm not as excited as a lot of other people are, mostly because this world tour, it would be great to go, but the tickets, man,
it's like $100 a person.
And the people.
And
screw the tickets. I have to stand by that many people to watch them hopefully play Enema of the
Stadium
State.
tour.
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's
They're
true.
playing new songs. No, they'll play oldies.
They absolutely would. But also, they have a new album coming out, and I'm very nervous.
Yeah, I am sweaty.
I'm sweaty. So Tom's back, and I'm sweaty. No, but
what do they do to my boy?
Because when they released a video for coming back, they released a snippet of their newest song, a single from the new album that they're dropping actually tomorrow as of when we're recording this.
Yeah.
And from the snippet that I heard, I was not stoked on it. It sounded very not Blink to me, but who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll be surprised. It's kind of cool to see. It's cool to see.
Mark's got to pay his hospital bills.
That's true.
You ain't going to be hearing no good stuff. You're going to be hearing that radio jam.
Yeah, that's true.
Hot take of the day brought to you by me. What up?
But
my favorite tweet out there was like, did y'all hear about the lead singer Boxcar Racer joining Blink-182?
Forgot Boxcar Racer.
Oh my god. My head goes immediately to Angels and Airwaves, which I actually like their early albums. They're good.
I enjoy
the
those.
first album, yeah. Cool. What did we learn today, boys? Anything new? No?
We all have some deep unsettling issues, and we wish we made different decisions in our lives. The MCU's on a one-way track to who knows where, and then some old guys are getting back together, and then you want to cook some things, and then Orlando's a pit hole of kind of fun, but also regret.
Yes.
The West is where we all really should be. Yep. 2010s metalcore and progressive music was like best and ahead of its time, and kids these days don't even know what like those foundational blocks were.
Back in my day,
people are coming back to it.
And Werewolf by Night was fucking awesome.
I just closed my eyes and focused. I was like, all right, let's just rant.
And neckbeards suck.
Neckbeards suck.
That's
Shave them up.
Yeah.
Shave them up, boys.
Go get your clippers, Taylor. You're making me concerned.
Me? Yeah. It is what it is. It is getting a little long. It's wintertime, though. All right, y'all hear the music. Let's get on out of here. Y'all got any last words?
I have everyone.
Okay. On that note, say toodles, everyone.
I majored in words, Taylor. Toodles.
I'll just record it on my own. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Record what?
The intro that we talked about in the intro.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, you about to listen to some boys talking to each other. Sit back and relax.
Andrew, clip that.
Hey, we record sometime during the week. We don't know when, but you know when it comes out is on Mondays. Let's go, baby!
Let's go!
Andrew, clip that.
I'm just creating some clips for y'all, so you have some tasty morsels to feed the listeners.
Please, sir, can I have
Clip
some
it.
more?
Prank him, John.
Oh, God.